Hi, Izzy. How's it going?
Hi, good. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you. All righty. So, what would you like to work on today?
Well, we're agreeing on that one moment
Yes.
um, with the what I said about sound effects or that whatever
Yeah,
we agreed.
absolutely. Right. So wanting to focus on more of the editing and techniques of different styles and whatnot, like building a reel and maybe mixing music in, different things like that, right?
Uh-huh.
Great. Okay, so one thing I would recommend is downloading. It's a free DAW software, which stands for Digital Audio Workstation, and it's called Audacity. Do you happen to already have any softwares on your computer, like GarageBand or anything like that?
I'm afraid I don't.
Okay. All right. So Audacity is free, and you can do everything you need to do. Um, for voice recording by downloading that. So let's see. What's the link? Do you have a Mac or a Windows computer?
I think I have a Len a Lenovo.
Okay. So probably a Windows computer then.
Yeah.
Great. Awesome. So here is the link to download this software. All right. And then once you have it downloaded, you can open it up. I can show you a little bit of how to use it as well.
Oh, it says it's not available.
Oh, interesting. Let me
Yeah, it
see.
says download for Windows
Yeah, it should be a free download. I wonder if I just sent you the wrong
or
link there.
continue. And now I just need
Downloads.
an email.
Yeah, I mean, maybe you can ask your family or whatnot to help with that, like your dad or somebody could help with it. Um,
Sure. Well, I'll come back to this and
sure,
let's.
yeah. Um, but actually, I can show you a little bit of how to use it. It's pretty straightforward. So I can share my screen with you as an example. So once you do have it installed in your computer, it'll look like this. And
Hmm.
so what you're going to do to record is you'll push this red dot button there. And then, oh, it's because um, yeah, I'll restart it. Um, it's because I had stuff um open and then when you unplug the mic and then you still have it open, it's tricky. So I had changed things around so it got confused. Alrighty, so I'm going to share that again. So when you open it up, it's going to look like this.
Hmm.
Now you're going to do a few things. Just the basic setup is you're going to push the red button for record. So when you push
Okay.
that, it's going to record whatever you're saying. So right now it's just recording whatever I say. If you had multiple microphones to choose from, you can go in here and choose that. So like I've got these right now to choose from, but normally I would have like other mics and things plugged in. But right now I don't. So I'd pick that. But just a straightforward recording, you're just going to push this red button and it's going to record whatever it is that you say. And then to
Okay.
stop, you'll push this black square.
Okay.
Pause is this double dash. Play, if you want to hear it back, is this. If you push this backwards with the line triangle, like an arrow, it takes you to the beginning. This one takes you to the end. And then if you wanted to put music, say underneath it, like you're building a reel, you
Hmm.
can then go up to the top and you click tracks, add new, and then you can add a new track like that. And then you
Okay.
can find what's called royalty free or public domain is what we're looking for music. So I'm going to show you on the internet a couple places that you could find that. So I'm going to go to the internet, and one that I really like is called Audionautics. I like how it's organized. So you can see here audionautics.com, and it's really easy to search. You can search per genre of music, you can search per mood, you can look for tempos. So I could say inspirational music that's slow, and then it's going to find, something in that style. Or I can say moody music that's medium or fast. Okay, moody music that's fast tempo, right? And then it's going to
Okay.
show me whatever they have in that range. So, like calming and relaxing, let's say, that's slow, right? So I say find music, and then I have all these different ones that pop up that I can listen to and find. When I find one I like, you can actually just download it and use it because it's royalty free. So that's the whole purpose here. Another that
Okay.
I like, I'll go ahead and put this one into your chat. Um, so it's called audionautics.com. Right? So you can go
Mm-hmm.
there. And then another that I like is called Zapsplat. I usually use Zapsplat instead of for music. I'll use it more for sound effects. I think they limit you at like 10 sounds per half hour or something for the free login. So you do have to register, but I've never gotten any emails or anything from them. And then it's just so they can limit how many so their site doesn't get bogged down. So what I'm going to do then is go to sound effects, and I'm going to go try to find whatever I'm looking for, right? So I can search the library. So let's say I need a crackling fire, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I can type that in and see what pops up. So they have all these different sounds, and then I can listen to them all and find the one I like best. Then I go to download, and you can download the MP3 for free, not the WAV file. That's like a higher quality file. So for that, you'd have to pay a small monthly fee. But I
Okay.
just do the free membership and download the free MP3. And then I think, again, they limit it to like 10 per half hour or something. So if I wanted an elevator sound, right? I can type that in and search, and then it's going to find like elevator doors opening and closing, right? And then they find sci-fi elevator, right? Like all these different sounds. So I can find the one that I feel like sounds the best. Or like I could do walking in leaves or crunching leaves or something. And then see, I've got walking on forest floor. I've got all these different sound effects
Mm-hmm.
to pull from. Or I could do things like roaring bear, right? And see what it finds. All right, so it didn't find any with that, but that's okay. I could just say bear and see what happens, or I could type in like roar and see what happens. So when I just typed bear, I found more. So sometimes I'll type things and be like, oh, I didn't find anything, but then I adjust it and it finds something else. So like I
Okay.
type in bear and it finds things. I type in roar and it finds things. Um, so yeah, you can type in different things and get different sounds. Like I could do train, and then it's, going to find whatever it has that sounds like a train. And then I just pick the ones that I like the best. So again, that's called Zapsplat. And there are other sites you can use too.
Mm-hmm.
I just like those two because they're really well organized and easy to find sounds to use. So then, like, let's say I have in Audacity, I've got my audio vocals recorded, but I also want to add in some other sound. So I can go to like File, Open, and then I can go to wherever I have the sounds that I need. So, like, where do I have those saved? I have some actually. I was just working with a student on stuff. So I can go into like Charlie's, let's say, and we were working on stuff for him. So like we have some like music and sounds in his folder. Um, oh, weird. It closed the share when I did that. That's okay.
Mhm.
So then I can like click and drag and drop it, or I can just like say open. So if I'm in Audacity, I can drag and drop it from the file into Audacity, or I can go to File, Open, and open it that way. But
Mhm.
I'm gonna show you the drag and drop way as well, because that's the open was what I did last time. So I go to like Finder and I can find, wherever I wanted to be.
Okay.
So I go to like, where I had some sound effects, and I'm gonna go back to where I was in Charlie because we were working on his. So I'm gonna take a sound that he has, and I'm gonna drag and drop that over. And so see now it has the music track underneath. And then when I play, it's actually gonna play both at the same time is what would happen there. So it would have both. And you can see right now, like this sound is kind of loud. It's probably going to drown out my vocals. So I would try to make the voice louder and the music softer, which I'm going to do with effects. So I would go up to the top and I would click effects, and then I would use like amplify and stuff like that to make it smaller. So I've got all these effects so I can edit in here. But the first thing you need to do is just get used to recording in it and listening back to yourself. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So is your computer, is it a tablet or is it like a laptop?
It's mostly just like a computer.
Mm, yeah, desktop. So you probably can download it, but there might be like some permissions or something. So maybe ask your dad or mom or somebody to help you get that downloaded, and then you can start recording your audio in that and just practice recording some of the scripts. Another thing you could do if you have a phone that you can use is download something like the Dolby On app. It's called Dolby On.
Mm-hmm.
Dolby On app. So
Okay.
then it's just an app that I go in my phone. So when I open it, I just push the red microphone button. And when I do that, it's going to record, and you can see there are like seconds ticking down. So it's recording the audio that I'm speaking right now. And when I'm done, I just push that. And
Okay.
then it saves that track, and then I can export it. You also can do some minimal editing in here. So I can go to that track, and then I can go to like the tools button. And in the tools button, it has all these like things I can play with for editing. So I've got style, noise reduction, tone, boost, trim. So I can do some basic edits in that app. So let's say I was out at the grocery store and my agent says, I really need this audition in 1 hour. And I'm like, I don't know if I can get home and get it done by then. So I can just like pull up the app and real quick do a recording and email it to them. So they have something, right? So it might not be like as good of quality as if I recorded it on my home recording setup, but it's something. So that could be another thing you could start practicing with, just getting started recording. So those two apps I think would be helpful. And then take a look at those two websites with the royalty-free music and sound effects that you can use as well.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe kind of brainstorm, like find some music and sound effects you think would sound good with some of the scripts we've worked on. And then we can work on mixing it all together another time. Does that sound good?
Yeah.
Great. Awesome. Okay. So, yeah, just kind of getting started on getting used to recording yourself and listening back to it, I think is a good first step. Alrighty.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what script do you want to start first with today?
Well, let's see. I've been looking back over my scripts, and I'm kind of like still looking, and I still have that Clue script
Okay,
from a couple weeks ago, and maybe that's what I want to continue on with one certain monologue. Now, if only I can find it.
okay.
Oh no, I actually have a printout script. Do you mind if
Okay.
I go get it?
Oh, yeah, that's fine. Go for it.
Got it. Got it.
Nice. Yeah. So let's just hear a little bit of it and see what you've been working on and practicing on with it.
All right. This one's a pretty long one, but I'll try to like go as where I think it's a good stopping point.
Okay.
All right. At the start of the evening, there was thunder, lightning, the dogs barking. Then, ding dong, Colonel Mustard, ding dong, Mrs. White, who noticed a vet, ding dong, Mrs. Peacock, who noticed the cook. Then, Mr. Green, sit. No, not you, sir. Please come in. Then, Professor Plum and Miss Scarlet. Then, gong, dinner was served. Well, that was more like a cocktail minute. To the dining room. And then, shark fin soup. Oh, my favorite. Then Mr. Body arrived, and we all went into the study. Coffee, brandy? Who is this Mr. Body Butler? How do you do? Then Mr. Body asked me to pass out the packages. Ah, it's a snake! No, it was a rope. Then Mr. Body switched off the lights. Now! And, and Mr. Body was dead. But not really. Really, he was alive, and we did not know that. Then Mrs. Peacock drank from his drink. Poison! Well, somebody had to stop her screaming. Then we all hear to the billiard room. But Mrs. Peacock joined late. I'm an old woman who may or may not have been poisoned. Then Mrs. White asked, who else was in this house? To which we all replied, the cook, who we found knifed in the back. Oh God, oh God, oh God, so gross, oh blood, Jeff, will somebody help me? Then I suggested we take the cook's body into the study. But Body's body was gone. Then Mrs. Peacock entered with Mr. Body on her body because Body had been bludged into in the bean. Then the briefcase, which was empty. Then the motorist arrived. Are you the killer? Then I locked him in the lounge. Dead! And that's when the unexpected corpse showed up. Hello? You're all acting rather peculiar. Can you canoe, officer? Dead! Then poor Yvette got stranded in the billiard room. Then, which brings us to, which brings us to, I am your bang! Dead! And here we all are. And that's where the stopping point is.
Okay,
I know it was a
nice.
little
Very
long,
fun. This
but
is a great script. I love it. All right. So tell me, what is your favorite thing about this particular script?
what was really um what really was fun for me was like it's like it's like imitating like all sorts of different things in like one go.
Hmm.
Like imitating like all the murders, imitating all the suspects, and then coming back to me, and
Hmm.
then mimicking all of the actions and what's been happening throughout the night. So this is like a trace back to all the events.
Hmm. Okay, nice. Good. And so what happened right before this script?
Well, as we all know, this is from this little play called Clue based on the beloved board game. Like lots of crazy stuff have been happening, like Mr. Body of Body Manor has been killed and there are the six suspects who might have done it, and I decided like I think it's like the best way to like trace is to trace back our steps. And so I kind of like go through like what has been happening. Like it all started like this.
Nice. And then what does your character need or want in this moment?
Like since it was all so for this character called Wadesworth the butler,
Hmm.
what he wants is definitely like maybe like to get all the six suspects of the board game Clue to like all right, we might have lost our heads, but maybe it's best if we trace back our steps and to trace back our steps to all the events, what's been happening, and who and which one of us got to do all the first murder, starring um with the master of with our boss, the Mr. Body.
Hmm. Yes. Nice. Good. And then, so how does your character feel about the people you're talking to?
I feels like he's like replic well, it feels like he's like mimicking all of them, like almost like making fun of them for
Right.
their
Yeah,
silly
that he's
little
like mocking
actions.
them and like
Yeah,
teasing
like this
them and
part.
making fun. Yeah.
Yeah, like with this part, um, wait, where was it? I hear it. I was like, and and to the billiard room, but Mrs. Peacock joined late. I'm an old woman who may or may not have been poisoned. So that kind of like mocking, mimicking, making fun of.
Hmm.
And probably like all the like the suspects are be like, "Oh, really? I wish I shouldn't have done that in the first place."
Yeah. Yeah. So, so what do you think your character's goal is? Like, how do you hope that these people respond to what you're saying?
I hope that from what I want from towards start to finish, like, all right, let's go through it step by step, and then all the way from it all started at the start of the evening to all the way to, and here we all are. Or like, okay, like, so this happened, and this happened, and then this happened, and then after that final kill, here we all are.
Hmm.
So kind of like making sure they get the picture
Yeah.
before
So
we
just
find
kind of
out who
setting
really
everything up,
killed the
right?
body.
Does your character like, are you excited about this? Are you nervous about it? Do you think this is fun? Are you annoyed that you have to do this?
Well, maybe like, well, since being an actress myself, maybe he's like a bit of like an actor too, kind of
Hmm.
like a sense of that. So like, oh, I think I can do this. Or maybe even be like, and here we all are. Oh, getting much too old for this. Like, I wasn't like, since this is all a physical part, a physical monologue, be like, I wasn't young, like, I'm not as young as I used to be.
Hmm.
So kind of like tired, like maybe even exhausted.
Yeah. Okay, exhausted. They're wearing you out.
Yeah.
Okay. So, um, So you're like, I'm tired and I gotta wait on all of you and take care of you and host this party thing. And yeah. Okay. So I think a little bit more of that perspective could shine through. I think you also can think a little bit about how your character feels about each individual as you talk about them and to them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, maybe you think Miss Scarlet is mysterious and intriguing. And Mrs. White, maybe you like find her really pleasant and endearing. Maybe she reminds you of like your grandmother, and Colonel Mustard, maybe he's kind of stuffy and standoffish and you don't like that. So think about how you feel about each character as you interact with them and talk about them as well. Okay?
And even the same thing with mimicking them or
Yeah.
imitate.
Mm-hmm.
All
Yeah.
right. So should I mean,
Yeah.
I've only like ran out of time, but
Oh,
I'm
let's
just
try it one more time.
all right. And this time I'm just gonna cut it short to when I say um to the dining room.
Okay, sure. Yeah, let's try that. That's a good
Okay.
place to stop. I actually like that. That's a strong, strong part to stop at.
All right. At the start of the evening, there was thunder, lightning, the dogs barking. Then, ding dong, crazy bastard! Ding dong, Mrs. White, who noticed the vet. Ding dong, Mrs. Peacock, who noticed the cook. Then, Mr. Green, sit. No, not you, sir. Please come in. Then, Professor Plum and Miss Scarlet. Then dinner was served. Well, that was more like a cocktail minute. To the dining room.
Nice. Good. I love it. That was really nice. And, with the sound effects, we can find a doorbell sound, and then we can actually, instead of doing like the ding dong with your voice, like you can actually put the sound effect into the recording, and then you can just do the talking part as well.
Okay, that'd be pretty genius.
Right? That'd be pretty cool. So, yeah. So, um, I would love for you this week to start to download the app for both your phone and the computer, start recording yourself and listening to yourself. And then I also want you to explore those two websites for royalty-free music and sound effects as well, and just kind of poke around and see if you find some cool sounds or music that you feel like would sound good in the background of something. And then I think it would be great if you get some recordings made that you really like and feel like are good. You could also email those to me so I could take a listen to them, and then I can help you kind of walk through what we would do with those as far as editing and whatnot in the next lesson. So my email is just my name, vandyenzor@gmail.com. If you want to save that, then when you get some recordings that you feel like are pretty good, you can send them to me. And then we can then use those, and next time we can go through like how we'd edit those and how we'd piece them into a reel.
Okay.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome work today. I know that the most fun part is the voice acting part, but having some of these recording skills is going to help you to, one, market yourself better. It's going to help you to showcase your talents better, and then also, it'll save you money and time because you won't have to hire other people to help with the audio editing. You can do that part yourself, and then, it saves you money for not having to pay someone else, and you don't have to wait on them. So they're really good skills to have if you have some just basic editing skills as well. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. So we'll dive into some of those skill building things. And these are things that you can actually put on your resume as well. You can say things like, oh, I have this software that I know how to use, and here's my equipment that I have, and here are audio editing skills that I have. And so all that kind of stuff is further skills that you can list on your resume and that make you more marketable as well, because they might go like, "Oh, we'll hire you to both produce the project and also voice the project," right? So it could be something like that too, where you end up getting more opportunities that way. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So nice work today, Izzy.
Thank
Are
you
you
so much.
excited to start having some recordings that you can show to people and, like put on profiles so people can find you and offer you jobs and whatnot?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's pretty awesome. So you've developed a lot of acting skills and voice acting skills and, worked on your accents and things and developed character voices. And so now putting them in a format where we can share them with people and get you more opportunities.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty exciting. Well, awesome work today. I'm really excited to keep trucking along with you next week. So I'll see you next Wednesday, okay?
See you next Wednesday.
All right, bye, Izzy. Have a good one.
Bye.